Hello, Vincent. Lovely to see you.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to see you. So, Sarah, we're here today to talk about the impact that lockdown is having on our businesses, and also to learn more about you and Anrah and your history, so to speak. So, tell me about Anrah and your background specifically, Sarah.
Well, first of all, I trained in theatre. I went to Royal Central School of Speech and Drama. And it was extremely helpful in sharpening my understanding and awareness and ability to understand what motivates people, what drives people, what makes people do what they do. And what I am very, very interested in is what strategic decision-making people work with. I taught for 11 years, sometimes in schools, sometimes in probation hostels with ex-prisoners. And then I went into psychotherapy, which directly gave me some understanding about what makes people tick. Then I went into coaching and training, particularly working with scientists and engineers, helping my clients manage politics, learning how to influence and gain the influence and gain the engagement of stakeholders in their businesses, and also to perform as a leader. So that, and it always seems to me that leaders, the two things that leaders really are needing to cultivate are a really good strategic network and being able to present well. They need to look like a leader. And so that's what I've been working with my clients.
Great, thank you. So you've got a fantastic background, which hopefully we'll learn a little bit more about as we move through the conversation today. So taking all of that into consideration and the crisis that we see ourselves in at the moment, what impact has this lockdown had on your business?
Well, self-evidently, there's no face-to-face training at the moment. However, I do do some work on Zoom with some of my training groups, but predominantly I work one-to-one with my clients who happen to be leaders on helping them to develop their trust with their teams, learn more about how to show compassion when members of their team need that support, also to ensure stability. Now, so often leaders fail to lead effectively because they show their uncertainty or their lack of self-confidence, or the imposter syndrome comes through. And sometimes they fail to understand how important it is to adopt the loneliness of command, that sometimes it really is down to you and your behaviour that is going to influence your team. If you are going to be well motivated, so is your team. And so I'm here as a sounding board, as an ability to create a circle around my client of independent thinking, where we look at their options, their strategic options, not only for what is happening at the moment, but what impact that is going to have on future planning. And we also look at how to develop that self-awareness to understand how they influence their team with that self-awareness. And I don't think of the leaders that I work with, the people who are most effective are the people who cultivate humility. They, as one particular writer has it, they perform humble inquiry. They ask questions. They don't do the telling, they do the asking.
Absolutely. I think that's a huge amount of support to offer, especially when you talk about leaders being in a lonely place. From experience, leading a team or a business can sometimes be a lonely place. And to have somebody like yourself to use as an independent sounding board, I think is a huge asset. And also to bring your experience and wealth of knowledge to be able to help and support those leaders is fantastic. So it's great to hear about the specific support that you and Anrah can offer. So with all of that in mind, what have you learned from the past 8 weeks, I think it is now, that we've been in lockdown?
I've learned patience, because I can be quite an impatient person at times, and developing, just remembering how to be patient is good. To appreciate what I have and who I'm with is very valuable, and also to develop gratitude, which of course is a key to happiness, really. Just being thankful for not only my friends and family who I've been in touch with, but to cultivate gratitude for all the people who are supporting us in lockdown. All those who serve us in the shops, who collect our bins, who enforce the law, and who take care of us in hospitals. These are people that I'm also deeply grateful for and feel very connected to.
I couldn't agree more. I think that gratitude is extremely powerful word and a key word that is being used at the moment. So Sarah, thank you very much for your time today. It was great to understand a little bit more about you and the work that you're doing. So for anybody watching today, Sarah from Anrah Development, available to support leaders and businesses through the current crisis that we're in at the moment. Thank you, Sarah, and hopefully we'll see you all very soon.
Look forward to it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.